All right, here we go. Here we go. Are we ready for this? Are we ready for this discussion? Hello, welcome. Coven to the FANG Out Live. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about.
Hello.
We got
Hello.
a lot.
Way too much to talk about.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it because this is going to be a long night. We
It
are going to
will.
cut it. Yeah, we're going to cut it short in an hour. But
Great.
let's first. Hi, I'm Ray Gore. My pronouns are she, her, and this is Ross. He, him,
Hello. Yeah.
and we. So before we get started, I know that there's going to be things are going to get more heated as the season goes on because it always does every season. So we just ask that everybody be respectful in the chat. You can obviously discussion questions, whatever. Just be cool. That's my only request. Is just be cool.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And then
Remember, we are talking about fictional stuff, so it's not that big of a deal, you know? We can
yes,
be
all
chill about
all
it.
fictional. We do not condone any actions of any characters within the Rycian world. By God, I hope I don't. Um, so the first thing is that I have just I don't know about you, but I've had 2 hours of sleep.
I did sleep throughout the day because I barely slept last night, so I had to take a nap because if I don't take a nap, I can't function properly.
I can't nap. I've tried. I've tried. I tried. I
Oh,
tried.
that is
I'm
a
not.
nightmare.
Yeah, I'm not capable of napping. So,
Wow.
yeah, I'm working on 2 hours of sleep. So if I seem a little disoriented, I apologize. But all right, let's just get into it. So, what we're gonna do I think we kind of decided to go throughout the episodes is because we have so much to talk about. We're gonna do the beautiful and the unwell,
Oh,
and
there's so much unwell in this episode. There's so
there's some
much
beauty.
beautiful too. Yeah, there is some beauty, but oh my
There's some
god.
beauty. So the first of all, okay, on a count of three, I want you to put the number out of 10, what your rating is.
Okay,
Okay, one,
okay.
2, 3.
7. Okay,
I thought
we
I
agree.
thought I thought you were just saying what you saw. I'm like, that's not what I meant. So
No,
you
no,
okay?
no.
Okay, you also give it a 7.
Yeah, 7 out of 10. Definitely.
Okay,
After
okay.
my second rewatch, because at first I
Me
was like 5
too.
out of 10. I was like, what is
Me
this? No, no,
too.
no.
It was under subtitles, wasn't it?
Yeah, the first time I watched it without subtitles, and the second time I had the
We
subtitles on, so it's, yeah.
we never learn. We got to put the subtitles. The vampire list requires subtitles because I was the same way. Yeah, y'all in the chat, let us know what your rating is out of 10. How do you
Yeah.
rate this episode? I'm so curious. So the first time I watched it, it was a 6 out of 10, and then the second time I watched it, I was like, I was like, okay, all right, yeah. Now I'm getting it a little more, especially when in the the France flashbacks where they're all the French people are talking.
Yeah, with that
That's like
weird French accent. Oh my god.
I had no idea why Gabrielle was throwing a piece of her jewelry. I didn't understand that, and then the second time I watched it, I was like, oh, she's paying for his education. I feel so
Exactly.
dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This
So
person here on the chat, Dracula777, has not been able to watch season 3. And I blame that on AMC. Like, they have
yeah,
an international fan base and they have the
I
platform
know.
like available for 3 countries or something like that. It doesn't make any
Mm,
sense. It doesn't make any sense at all.
no, it does not make any sense. And yeah, my gosh, I don't know why it is so hard for them to get international. But then they did some like events in Spain, of all
And in
places.
Mexico as well. And I mean, I
Okay.
believe
Yeah.
Spain has AMC Plus because there is AMC Plus for Spain, but there is not
Yeah.
AMC Plus for Mexico. So I don't know why would they make like an
So
event
weird.
in Mexico if there is no platform for them to stream. Like,
Yeah.
please explain that to me.
Yeah. All right. So for the beautiful part, I'll start let's start with what I liked about the episode.
Yeah,
And I want to know, since I know you have I know you have a list of things. I want to know what you liked about the episode. So for me,
yeah, I did like some parts.
yeah,
Absolutely.
for me, I really liked Lestat and Gabrielle's relationship. I think they fleshed that out really well in this
Yeah,
episode.
I do
Yeah,
think they like make Gabrielle more into like a sex thing with Lestat, but I think it's a good way to portray the relationship in the books because you know it's not the same when you read as when you
mhm,
watch on screen. And I think they did a really good job with portraying Gabrielle with Lestat and the way he thinks he needs her, but she only makes everything worse sometimes, you know.
yeah.
And the only thing I didn't like was the first part of the episode where Lestat says, "Yeah, and the boy you see over there is a penis, and this is my mother's." But like, it was too much on the nose. It was
It
so
was very on the
unnecessary.
nose. I
Like, we didn't
agree.
need that. We didn't need that.
Okay,
Like,
that is part of my unwell is that they were very like it felt like there was like a little pop-up that says just so you know kids incest is bad.
literally, like, we get
Like
it. We're
we
not
get it.
stupid, you know.
Yeah, like he was like hey, I apologize for all the incest. I'm like, dude, like I know like you're the vampire list. Not I'm not
They're
worried.
vampires. They kill to survive. Like,
I,
I think people sometimes underestimate the killing part. They like, yeah, they need to kill, and they think it's
yeah,
nothing. Like, they are killing people, not all the time, but they do have to do that, and that is not
yeah,
ethical. Like, they're
no,
monsters. That is what
they're
all of this is
monsters.
about. Like,
The cabbages. That
oh,
was
cabbage.
the cabbage. That was a thing. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
It was a
I
thing.
didn't know if it represented something, but I did like that they had like a secret code between them. It was sweet somehow.
Yeah. Somebody. It was bright. Brightness radiances. I feel like they put that in for people who haven't read the books. It feels like that a lot in this episode. They were like, just so you know, if you haven't read the books,
Like, they
well,
are
like,
kissing and we can see they are going to do the action, but we are going to tell you literally about it, you know?
yeah, that was a part that I was kind of I didn't really like that either. It felt like I was being babied, and I don't
Right?
want to be
Exactly.
babied.
That is the right term. Like, we
Yeah,
get it. We can understand subtext. And there is no subtext at all with Gabriela and Lestat. They are
no,
very explicit. So, like, we can
yeah.
understand that.
I really liked when they were humans and showing their attachment issues that was
Yeah.
already there. And oh, I really love the parallels of Louis and Claudia with
And
Gabrielle
Gabriela Lestat,
Lestat.
yes, he was
Yeah, that
so
was
cool.
that was
Yeah,
that wa- that
yeah,
was
that was
really
neat.
really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was like because I mean they didn't baby us. It was like you kind of as they kept showing the flashbacks. So Lestat is over here and Gabrielle's and they get closer and closer and closer and
Yeah,
while the rest of the family gets farther and farther away. And they do the same thing in season one of interview where like Louis and Claudia are getting farther and farther away from Lestat.
yep.
And I that was really cool. And
I
I'm
found,
like,
yeah,
I
I
think,
found the part where Gabrielle is like taking care of the wounds of Lestat, where he tells her, "I picture myself killing the three of them when I was killing the wolves," and I
I like that.
remember the chess scene with Claudia and Lestat while she was telepathically communicating with Louis. Like,
Yeah.
we need to kill Lestat. I saw so many similarities there, and it was,
Hmm.
wow, heartbreaking,
Yeah.
heart
Well,
touching.
this is part of my unwell. So that was beautiful. My unwell is that they killed the father, which, or I mean, they killed the main ones, the main bullies, and
Yeah,
I would have really liked to see hesitation from Lestat.
that
Um,
part. That was what I
yeah,
was going to say as well. Because
yeah,
I did like that Gabriela killed the Marquis because, everything related to him was not consensual. Like all the
yeah.
kids she had with him were not consensual. So I did find poetic that she went and killed him horribly because, well, you saw how he got hanged. And
Yeah.
but Lestat was so into it. Like he
Yeah, he
was,
was just like, this
let's
is
do
fine.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I can see him doing that to the brothers. Like that made sense to me, and that didn't bother. I just feel like there should have been one family member where he was like, I want to kill you, but I do have hesitations about it, like
Well,
because
he did
we're
have
still
like some
family.
remorse after they killed their family when his nephews and nieces arrived. He's laying on
Eh,
the tomb with the Gabriel and he's like, I think he felt sorry for them because they were not
yeah,
guilty of that life. But that
yeah.
was it.
So BGTF says, I think that scene will be revisited. I really hope a lot of scenes will be revisited.
I hope so.
It was like a speed run, man. Like they were showing the ads as if, oh, we're gonna finally like, really get into it. But man,
Yeah,
we had like what, 15 minutes of a strip club scene? Like
that was, it's in on my annotations. Like, why was that scene so long?
I
Like,
hated it. I hated it. I
why?
hated
I
it.
guess we need to see Gabriela and Lestat bonding and we need to get their dynamic, but I mean, we can see that in the past as well, We could
Yeah.
have expanded that in the past, not
They
just in the present.
it was like, well, they were doing, they were going on this really big hunt for some reason against these businesses. And I get there's like some kind of like corruption and like overly consumption type thing. There's some kind of symbolism there. I'm not smart enough right now to know what it is, but like obviously they're trying to tell us something, but I don't know what that was. And then just I feel like they just pushed it a little too far with the strip club, which I thought that was going to be a funny scene. I thought that was going to be a fun scene, and it just wasn't. I felt
It
like
was.
it was just cringy.
Yeah, it
I
was.
did not like it.
Like
Yeah.
they grabbing like the ping pong balls that were popping out of what. It was like, why are we watching this? I
Oh,
mean, it does feels a bit unright because Unright sometimes wrote filth, absolute filth.
oh yeah.
But
Oh,
I
oh,
mean,
oh. Sleeping
we
Beauty fan here.
yeah, like
Uh,
it's insane. But I think they gloss over the flashbacks like way too quickly.
Yeah, so BGTF says, did you see that Lestat wanted to take Gabrielle to the tower and yet they found themselves at the family home? Yeah, because they were still at the home. So they were at the home and Lestat was like, let's go to the tower. And then she's like, it'll take us like an hour to
Yeah.
get there. So that's because they were still at the house. She was dying at the house.
But what
I think,
weren't they on Paris? Because Nikki was there. So I'm not sure.
yeah, I don't
I'm not sure. They need to
know.
revisit that. Because another thing I liked was the montage for Gabriel's transformation. Like Lestat singing Baudelaire's poem.
Yeah,
And the music was so beautiful. I hope they release that as a single because the music was
yeah.
splendid. And Sam Reed vocals are
Um,
majestic. But
I
I
did like
need
that.
I need more context for that scene. I mean, I did like the scene because it was literally like in the books. Lestat arriving and pushing Nikki out and finding Gabriella almost dying. But
Hmm.
I need more context than that, not just a montage. I need the actual scene.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I know. People are saying that things are going to get unvisited. Let's see. Mary had a little hobby. Says that girl's butt in the foreground forever. It wasn't forever. And then I don't know how to say this. I think it's alignment. They prioritized unnecessary scenes over the backstory. I totally agree.
Hmm.
Um yeah, I don't know. I think it was surprisingly more of an episode to um really show his and Gabrielle's relationship, and I guess that means that the next episode we're gonna get like the Nikki stat episode, but I don't want to like guess anymore because in case I'm wrong and then I'm disappointed.
Yeah, like I do have questions regarding Nikki because in the interview with the Vampire Pilot, Lestat tells Lily that the words that Nikki said to him when
Oh,
Nikki
I
gave him the
remember.
cloak, like only the impossible can do the impossible and all of that. But in the preview for the next episode, we see Lestat and Nikki like reuniting in Paris. Like Lestat already knew Nikki, but they like met in Paris and Lestat was already wearing the cloak. So I guess Nikki won't say those words in the same context in the show because I
I
don't
read
know if Nikki.
this. Hold on, because I read the scene recently because I was listening to the audiobook. Nikki gives the cloak to Lestat, but Lestat is like super awkward and he just doesn't really talk to him. And then he goes to talk to Gabrielle, and Gabrielle's like, y'all really hit it off. And so then he goes to find Nikki with the cloak. But yeah, it does seem more like a happenstance rather than like he's actually looking for him. I see
Yeah,
what you're saying there. I don't know. I wouldn't be like super hurt if it wasn't him that gave the cloak. I don't see why they couldn't pull that off though.
my
But
fear is that when Nikki gives the cloak to Lestat is when Nikki names Lestat the Wolf Killer. And I am
yes.
dreading that they make Magnus name Lestat the Wolf Killer and not Nikki. Like if they do
Yeah.
that, I will jump
Well,
out of my window. I swear to God.
wait, hold on. Was it really Nikki that said it first? It wasn't Magnus that said it first?
No, it was Nikki. Nikki's tell to Lestat, my
Oh,
lord, the wolf killer. When they were like drinking, I think they were joking and drinking and stuff. And Nikki told Lestat, my lord, the wolf killer. And
okay.
then Magnus finds Lestat, and I mean, I think he sees his memories, and that's why he
Okay.
starts to call Lestat the wolf killer.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know. We can't continue making like yeah, have us book fans want to see so many scenes. And speaking of scenes we want to see that are very unwell, I think you and I are in agreement on this. The wolf killer scene fucking sucked.
Absolutely. Like I could forgive that there was no snow, but there was no fight. Like,
No, no, they could have done the snow at least. If they're not going to have a fight, then at least get some
well,
snow on the
yeah, you're right
ground.
about that. You're right about that.
My gosh. Yeah, no, it felt so like they were like, "Oh, you know what? We forgot to do a wolf kill scene. Let's just throw it on in there."
I did
No.
feel like some stuff from the past were like a checklist because they visited like the monastery and the theater troupe, but it was like, okay, monastery mention, theater troupe mention,
Yeah.
wolf killer scene, okay, yeah, mention. Like they were
Yeah.
just passing through that, like they
Yeah.
wanted to go to some other place, and they just were like check, check, check. I didn't like that.
Yeah. No, I did not like that either. And Sam didn't like it either on the After Dark. He was like, "And then the wolf kill scene that happened that you didn't even get."
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
got
did you
that
catch
that
that?
weapon. Yeah, 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 and he got that weapon. What was the name? It's a medieval
It was
weapon
like
that
a
he uses in.
mate. It was like a
Yeah,
mace like
yeah.
thing
That
that you throw
Lestat
in the
takes in the
smoke.
book. He actually grabs that weapon
He was
from
so
one of
he was
Paul.
so excited, and like he's like, yeah, even I feel like even Sam was disappointed that he didn't get to do that
Yeah,
scene.
I do appreciate that Sam is like a book nerd because if Sam weren't like that, I think we would have like Lestat being an orchestra conductor, which would have been so
Oh my
weird.
god, no.
I think Sam has saved our asses throughout this
He
season
really has multiple
many times.
times.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again. Because I remember that he inserted the Magnus scene in season one, where he's
Oh
like,
yeah.
my creator's name was Magnus. I don't think he modified it. He wasn't like he added like a few lines. Like he added the line that was, I didn't want this.
Okay.
So like.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sammy is like our savior in there because oh my god,
My little Ricean nerd out there trying to save our butts. Um,
literally.
Speaking of Ricean nerds, wait, should we do another beautiful before I go to unwell?
Okay, I
Beautiful,
know
beautiful.
which of
Wait,
well
take a
are you.
vote. Vote in the chat. Beautiful or unwell?
Okay,
Vote in the
let's see.
chat. Um, so the other thing is, um, all right. You know what? I'm gonna go to unwell because we gotta talk about it. David
I know.
Talbot.
Yeah, oh my god. You know, the first time I watched it, I had no subtitles. So I was like, wait, did I hear that correctly? I need to rewind. Did he say Agent Talbot? No, no. Again, rewind. Did they just kill
Did
David
they?
on
Did
the
they just
show?
kill? That was my. Did they kill Kenny? Did they kill Kenny? Like I was just like, did they just kill David? I'm not even a fan of David, and I'm like, but it's just the way it was done. You know, it was
Like,
just so weird.
I had made my peace. I did know from the beginning that we wouldn't get David because the very first time the news about Daniel getting older was released, I was like, okay, if Daniel is older, we are not getting David Talbot. But I would have
Hmm.
preferred if they just ignore David. You know, David doesn't exist in the show, that's it. Why mentioning him just to kill him is like torture for book fans because I'm not the biggest David fan either, but he's an
Yeah,
important character in the books. So it was
yeah.
like I would have preferred if they just didn't mention him at all.
I would prefer if they didn't mention him, or if somebody asked about him at to the producers, like RJ or something at one of the events, and it's like, yeah, he's not in the show. Sorry, like just set us free. Like
Right.
you didn't need to kill him. Dang, like that's
The
just
worst
so
thing
weird.
is, in the After Dark episode, Jacob says that he was glad because he doesn't like David, and the face Sam makes, like, he was so quiet in that moment because I know he didn't like that part.
I saw that too, and I was like, "Well, okay." So I wanted to talk about this because they were like, "Well, he's not really well liked in the fandom." I'm like, "But there's a lot of characters that are not well liked in the fandom. Are you just gonna kill them off just
Right?
because they're not liked?"
Listen,
Like,
I am very concerned about Marius. Like, there's no secret.
yeah,
I do enjoy Marius as a character because he has layers. I mean, he's more than just the monster everybody says he's because he's a monster, but he has more than that. And Gabriella is already like more evil than she is in the book because she doesn't respect Lestat's boundaries. Like
yeah,
all the time she's with him, she's trying to provoke him, she's trying to touch him, and all of that. And they simply kill David. And I think Marius would be like the big villain of this show. Like, let's
yeah,
just all turn against Marius, and that would be such a big disappointment because I want him to be complex, not just a big villain. And he's a big
yeah.
character in the books. He's a caretaker. So will you just take that away from him? I don't know. It's
I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't have added Marius to the show at all because yeah, I'm like, all right, well, I don't know if something like if he gets tall botted. This is my new word now. If he gets if he gets if Marius gets tall botted, it's got to be in a way that's extremely satisfying because
yeah.
it can't just be like just like I mean he like yeah he's a really big character in the books, and I think a lot of people do not understand this, that the reason, okay, y'all, the reason David is prominent in the rest of the Vampire Chronicles series is because it was triggering for Anne to write about Louis.
R-
She was
Thank you.
like,
Thank you.
I know it sucks. I didn't like that she made Louis step aside either, but she really had a hard time writing about her writing a character that
Mhm.
reminded her of her grieving period. So she created a new character that would be Lestat's new companion, blood companion, I guess. And the fans didn't like that, and so she was like, okay, well, if the fans really don't like that, maybe I really should bring Louis back. But yeah, I know I would not have wanted David to replace Louis or anything
Yeah,
like that. Absolutely not.
they
Yeah,
could have just made Lestat, sorry, David, part of the Talamasca. Like
yeah.
just one more agent from the Talamasca and
He's
that's it.
a he's like their receptionist or something. He's retired.
That would have been hilarious. From head of the Talamasca to just a receptionist. I would have liked that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird. It's a weird feeling to kill off a book character that's like that's part of my childhood right there. Like holy, like this isn't like a
Right?
character I just met. Like that was kind of like I was like really taken back by that. And again, it's like I'm not a fan of the character or anything. Um but
And
yeah,
there
I
are
mean that yeah.
there are like so many characters in the books because Anne sometimes created new characters and then she was like, I got bored of them and created new characters again. So are they going to kill off all of those characters? Like,
Right. Like no anybody can be Talbotted. But
let's talk about
and
everyone.
yeah, I mean somebody could be like, well those characters and then like I don't know what they mean by the fandom because it's like are they taking a poll? Are they just like going by what's on X or something? Like what does that mean? Like where's your data? Where's your data rolling?
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, no,
Oh
no.
my
I
god.
don't. Yeah, obviously I would not want to. I'm definitely glad that Louis slash Daniel are replacing David's
Yeah.
roles. I wanted
Mhm.
that. I absolutely wanted that.
That's
It's
why
just
I had made my peace with David because I knew
yeah,
that that role was going to be
yeah,
divided into Louis and Daniel, that, like it was supposed to be in the books.
yeah.
But just, oh my god.
It's like they forget that these are nostalgic. These characters are nostalgic for a lot of people. So it's like the fan, BGTF says the fandom is the fandom was like it was just taken. Well, yeah,
I
because
think,
he's like he's
yeah.
like he's like nobody's taking my job.
And Jacob doesn't like Marius either, so he does represent a lot of people in the fandom.
This is true. This is true. Um, yeah, I don't know. That was. I'm like, okay, well, one of my favorite characters is pretty horrible. So I'm like, please don't kill him off.
Which one?
Quinn,
Which one?
Quinn.
He's not that horrible. Is he that horrible?
I mean, I can. Do you want me to list out his crimes for you?
I mean, they are horrible, but is he worse than Marius?
No, he's not worse than Marius. That's true.
That's what I was like. I mean, he's like a
Um,
disturbed child or something like that, but he's not that
he's very
horrible.
he's not like Marius. He's very lost. And no, he's nothing's his fault ever. Um, okay, so yeah, please don't kill off. I mean, if you don't want him in the show, just don't put him in
Just
the show. But please don't kill
exactly.
him off
Just
anyway.
don't mention him. Just let's pretend he doesn't exist. That's it.
It's just weird. Okay, so we have any? We've got a lot of unwells. Do we have any more beautifuls?
Um,
Uh,
wait. I did take note of some stuff I did like. Let me check. Oh, I
oh,
did like
okay,
that they gave Gabrielle or Gabriela her own last name, Gabriela Vecchi. I did
that's
like that.
cool.
She's not just the Leoncourt. She's her family name, She has
Yeah.
her own identity outside of the Leoncourt family. So I did like that a lot.
She technically had a name change, so that's kind of transcoded. Look, look. Your face.
Like, no,
I'm grasping at straws. I know. Just
like, why would she choose Sophia as a, nickname to
that is okay. Yeah, I can't. I can't.
Sophia? So, no.
Sophia. Yeah.
Couldn't they just pick something more neutral? To I know that AMC like didn't let Rowling to do many stuff with Gabrielle and her transcoded character, our character arc, but they could have at least give us some more hints about it. but
Yeah.
I haven't seen much of it,
Yeah.
really.
Um, so the music,
The music.
so Lestat's new song, uh,
Yeah, why
uh,
do I have to feel? Oh, it's so beautiful.
I
It's
love it.
amazing. And that part when Lestat just stopped time and floated over
It's,
Louis, I
that
was.
was,
Oh,
I was, there was, I love that it felt like a musical for a moment, and I was like, this is like a Interview with the Vampire musical
right?
happening. I
Like
was
the
so
Vampire Lestat
excited.
musical brought to screen.
Yes, I was just like, oh, and I loved that part. I don't care how cheesy it was. It was so, well, it was
It was so
campy.
good.
It
Yeah, it
was
was so
so,
good.
I wanted more of that so badly.
And Gabriella
Um,
like side-eyeing Louis from behind, like she was, who
oh,
is that? It was so funny. She was like
oh.
jealous of him. Oh my god.
I don't think she's actually jealous. I do want to talk about that because it seems like she's very interested in him.
Yeah,
Um, I think she's kind of clocking because remember when she's like looking at his picture and she starts listing off things that describe her.
yeah.
And
I
do you?
understand why you got him pregnant, practically, is what she said. Oh my god.
Yeah, BGTF says I have watched that part an unhealthy amount of time. Oh,
Same.
it was kind of healing, wasn't it? We needed a really cute loose stop moment. We haven't had one in a
Yeah,
while. We haven't had one.
absolutely.
They've all been very sad. Um, okay, you think she's jealous? Fine.
No, not just jealous. I mean, the look she gave to Louis, I thought it was funny because she was just among the fans in the pit, where everyone is sweaty and she doesn't have like Lestat attention at all. And then Lestat just floats over to Louis on the balcony, and all the attention of Lestat is centered to Louis. He sings to Louis, and she's like, hmm, why
Mm,
am I not in the picture? That's what I got from that scene, and that's what I
yeah.
found it so hilarious.
I'm trying to speed run that their relationship is getting healthy already, and that's I have unrealistic expectations.
I don't think
Uh,
it is because Lestat tells her like, let's
oh
just make a pact and don't have like weird interactions while you are here. And like 5 minutes later, she's just sucking blood off his neck, and we know what that means. And I was like,
yeah,
okay, okay, where are the boundaries, Gabriela? But okay,
yeah. I did really like that scene because we haven't seen Lestat get um drained, not drained, bit in quite a while. So I was like, I like that. I'm gonna ignoring who it is. I just haven't seen
yeah,
Lestat
yeah, yeah. I get
get
what
bit
you're
in a while.
saying.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't seen him get bit in a while, so I was like, I really liked that part.
Well, we're going
Um,
to see a lot of dating with Magnus, so get ready.
oh, don't say that. I know that's not gonna be as hot. I know that's not gonna be as hot. I'm actually hot right now. I'm not doing this to like. Um. All right. Yeah. I love the new song. I love the stop moment. Oh, okay. Let's um let's get into some Devil's Minioning.
Oh, yeah,
This is
that,
tiny, tiny. It was a very mini.
like a crumb
It was
of
a
the
crumb.
movie.
It was a
Yeah.
crumb. But I'm trying to remember. And maybe I need to go back and read the one chapter. But like the part where he's talking about the rapture, like it feeling like the rapture has come, and he can just feel them all around him. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like such a Devil's Minion quote. I want to look into it right
Right?
now.
It did feel like that obsession that Daniel and Armand have over each other. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is going to get
It's gonna
heated.
it's gonna get so good. I'm like I'm also worried about it
Yeah,
because
me too, absolutely.
I've been disappointed before by I mean they've been teasing Devil's Minions since season one, and so like you know
And we
I,
won't see Daniel's transformation until season 4. Like, why are they making us
yes.
wait for so long? I don't understand.
Oh, I don't know either. I'm really hoping that the new Night Island news means that they have finally like they've redone like ideas for that, and that's I just the yearning, the
Yeah,
yearning.
absolutely. And it was
We
hilarious because Daniel told Louis, like, didn't you have that with the stat? And was like, no, absolutely no. Oh,
now
please,
I'm like
Louis. Please, Louis.
Louis de Lying Dulac. Do not do. We are past this now. Yes, you did.
Jesus.
I,
Oh my
I
God.
have
Just
it.
accept it.
Yeah, he did say something similar. Um, when he turned Madeline, I don't know, but there was definitely a quote where he was like
Yeah, that
some
he
kind
could
of like
feel
he
her.
felt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, that he could feel her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then there was. I swear there was another quote where he was like, "Oh, he was talking to Armand, and he's like, uh, there." He says something along the lines that I can feel him, or was that Armand who said that? Did that ring a bell?
Like he could feel Lestat or Madeleine.
Lestat.
I mean,
He was.
Louis felt Lestat all the time. He was hallucinating him throughout all of Europe. So he had Lestat like all the
I
time
guess
here and here and down there too. So
everywhere.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
he was everywhere. Okay. So yeah, we got proof. Don't even with us.
yeah.
Um
And Thomas Pitt, I did love that as well. The name Thomas Pitt is just
oh
so
my god, that
hilarious.
was so funny.
Oh
And
my
that
god.
Louis owns he owned the hotel. He
Yeah.
owns the merch.
He
Like
owns everything. Like, oh my god.
and I'm like but like I'm like the fact that he's like I don't know. He's like trying to help Lestat or being obsessed with him or both, by like still trying to surround him around
Yeah.
this new rock star life. So good. So good. I want more. I want
I
more so
actually was
much.
not expecting like Louis to be a fanboy. I was expecting for him to be like uninterested in Lestat's music career, but it was so nice to see Louis like fangirling over Lestat.
Oh yeah, he's like when he gets all shirtless and then those camera just zooms.
Louis is like, I saw someone on Twitter saying he felt that in his pussy. I got so
Oh my god! Yeah, it was just
like
like it was like, oh great, no, I think that this is it's hopeless. It's hopeless for him. It's hopeless
yeah.
for the both of them, really. Oh my gosh, yeah. So okay, and then this like little side story where the Talamasca is like, okay, they're getting Louis as like a bounty hunter type thing.
Let's bring Blay into the screen, like Louis
Yeah,
the new Blay or something.
yeah, and then it's like, but I'm like, what is that gonna all come to? Because it's like, okay, he kills Bruce, and then because I feel like he'd be easy. I don't feel like he'd be a challenge unless there's some kind of crazy twist um
Yeah,
with
I mean, I
Bruce.
Ryland James is right about Louis like causing havoc because even in the books, like every time something bad happens, Louis just sets everything on fire. But Louis does that because he wants to. I know it feels weird that he's just like following Talamasca order. I know he's interested in Bruce because of what he did to Claudia, but it's
Hmm.
weird to see Louis working for the Talamasca. Like,
Yeah,
will he really do
it's
that?
yeah. With oh shoot, I lost my train of thought here, but with Louis shoot, I lost my train of thought. Going back
Oh,
to Talamasca. Um, yeah, I don't know. Because there's also Claudia's diary stuff. I still
yeah,
like
the
there.
pages, right? The missing pages.
Yeah. So does Bruce? So does Bruce have the missing pages?
I don't think so because Louis did talk to Armand about the missing pages, and Armand was like, "I'm going to take them out," but Armand never gave those pages to Louis. So I think Armand has those pages, or I don't know.
He was. He's a liar.
Well,
You believe
you're right.
it?
I
like
just love our man too much, and his pretty eyes always deceive me. Sorry, I sometimes
um
believe our man because I see his beautiful eyes, and I'm like, yes, you are right. You are right, beautiful boy.
you're
Sorry.
cute. Wait, I'm kind of glad he wasn't in this episode because I know he's gonna be in it a lot for the other one. So it's like, okay, I'm okay with this because I know he's gonna play some big parts later. I mean, he's supposed to. It's in the book. He's supposed
Yeah,
to.
I bet. Holding.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you're right. Temaki here says, "Is there a picture we've seen of Louis holding pages in front of Bruce?" Yeah,
Yes.
there is like a still of Louis all covered in blood, and has like some pages, and he's
Hmm.
like seeing them. So yeah, I think they are going to bring Claudia's diary into this.
Yeah. I want her to be an actual ghost. I don't want her to be like just haunting the narrative.
I think
I
it will
want
be like a mix of both because Lestat is going to have his muses, like people from his past coming to haunt him and all of that. But Louis does have an experience with a ghost, maybe not Claudia's ghost in the book, but it's a ghost that tricks Louis into thinking she's Claudia. And Jessie has an experience with an actual ghost of Claudia too. So I think
mhm.
she's going to appear in this season as a memory and as a ghost as well. I think it's going to be a mix of both.
Yeah. Let's hope they don't kill her.
Kill
Jesse.
again? Ah,
No,
Jesse. I was
Jesse.
like, I was like Claudia. Oh
That's
no, that would be
oh,
awful. Like we
that
need
would be
more
so
women
awful.
on the Talamasca that are not just OCs for AMC. We need women
I
from
feel
the
like
book.
they can bring her in for Queen of the Damned. I feel like
That's
I
what
mean that's
they
her
need to.
introduction. Yeah,
Yeah, they need
that's the book
to.
she's introduced to. So
It's connected to
um
the story of the twins and all of that,
oh
and that
my
is essential to the story.
God. I'm so scared. They haven't mentioned the twins at all, and I'm so terrified because I'm
I
like,
mean,
Akasha, 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 but there's no twins.
I think they can just erase the twins. Akasha is a vampire because of the twins. If they erase the twins, they erase all the origin story for Akasha.
Yeah,
So, besides, the twins are Palestinians. They have the
hmm,
moment to cast Palestinian actresses for those roles. And they
it's a
just
good
can't miss
point.
that opportunity. They can't miss that opportunity
Yeah,
because it's a way to show Palestinian support, especially right now where
yeah,
uh, especially the USA is trying to just erase Palestine from the map, and that other country that is not a proper country. So I
yeah,
think it would be glorious to have two Palestinian characters and to explore their origin roots in their country and all of that would be so interesting. I just would hate if they just erase the twins. It wouldn't
yeah.
make sense.
That's a really good point, and that would be really cool if they could get like some Palestinian actors that are hopefully twins and not just the same actor. Please don't do that.
I mean, they did a good job in Sinners, and there's also the Parent Trap. So I wouldn't be upset if just one character.
Well, Lestat and Yarda too. Yarda,
Oh
I
my god,
know
yeah,
I can.
Yarla, yeah. Or they
Yeah,
could do
that.
something like the twins from Harry Potter that they always joke about they met on set and all of that, but they're actual
Yeah,
twins.
there. You were saying that like it would be a missed opportunity, and I am. We're all friends here, and um, I'm saying this just from because I am voicing what I have heard from other people. This is not my opinion. So I know that there were some people who were a little disappointed in the opportunity to cast a Ukrainian actor
For
for Armand, especially like you said, like especially right
yeah,
now. And I'm not saying whether this is not my opinion. It's just that there are some yeah there that this is a very this is falling down. This is a very huge vampiric world that Anne Rice has created, and it has a lot of room to have lots of different representation and
absolutely.
and lots of opportunities where they can yeah, I mean obvious like I totally agree, like the twins, Jesse too, they can absolutely be people of color or
Even
uh
Benji, because Benji in the books, he's like a displaced Palestinian boy, I think, because
yeah,
his
I thought he
family
was
was like, sorry?
I thought he was Indian. Am I
No, he's
misrepresenting?
Palestinian.
Okay.
Benji is Palestinian, and his family was like displaced, and that's why he was like, I don't know, he was kidnapped or something. It's very tragic story. So they
Oh,
have a lot of characters and a lot of ways to represent different cultures and different minorities, you know.
yeah. Um, Renee Calligraphy says they could do a separate series just on the twins and the Akasha. That's basically Queen of the Damned, though, isn't that? I mean, it's like a
Yeah,
majority of it.
but they could like, I see what they're saying because the twin story with Akasha is long.
It's
So
so long.
they could like, it would be cool if they have like a mini series only focused on the story, and then for Queen of the Dam they can just focus on the present, and you know the vampires have like visions of the twins and all of that, and we will be already contextualized about it, and
Yeah.
we wouldn't have like rushed flashbacks because they already covered the story in a mini series. So it will be
Hmm.
cool, but I really doubt they will do that. I don't think they'll
Yeah.
do that.
Um, on that topic, did you all notice that they're not showing the Immortal Universe logo anymore at the beginning of the
Yeah, you're
episodes?
right.
And and this is after the Talamasca cancellation. So I'm like, are we dropping that idea?
And the official account is no longer called Immortal AMC. It's now just
Yeah,
AMC
you're
MRI.
right. You're right. I wonder if they're dropping the like Immortal Universe idea.
It would be such a shame. I mean, they have the rights for all the Vampire Chronicles and for the Mayfair Witches. They could have made so great crossover episodes, crossover series, and they
Yeah.
just wasted time with that
Yeah.
Salamanca show with the new original characters when there's a
Oh
lot
my
of
gosh.
characters in the books.
What is with the original characters? I'm like that you have so much to work with. They stopped doing no, BGTF, they did not stop doing that in season 2 actually because my mom's watching it right now, and the reason I remember this, or the reason I know this, is because the little Immortal Universe logo started playing when she started playing the episodes. So they did they stop doing it in the middle of the season, or did they like, because I know I just saw it
When
for
was
sure.
the name for the official fan page? No, the official account was changed. Was it last year or was it during season two? I don't remember.
I think it was after season 2. I think
After
I think it was yeah, it was like right after season 2. Um yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Cuz they also said that they're still working on more series,
like
more
Night
separate
Island,
series.
yeah.
Yeah. Um Candy Scup, I think, says, and Tall Moscow was a bit boring. I honestly do not understand the Tall Moscow love. I didn't like it that much.
I did like it as a separate thing from the books. Like I did like all of that. It was like some sort of CSI, but with supernatural stuff, and I was like
Mhm.
invested. But I was expecting more from the books. Like throughout the whole
Yeah.
episode, I was like, when is going to appear like a character from the books that is not Raglan James? When is going to appear, I don't know, Jesse or this guy I told you about, Raymond Gallant, I think is his name.
Yeah.
That was the guy that stalked Marius. He was from the Patala. I was always like expecting at least a little cameo from one of those
Yeah.
characters. That,
Anything.
yeah, it never happened. So
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. They always talk about how they go back to the books, they go back to the books, but then it feels like they curate more towards show only fans. Am I biased thinking this? Or does
maybe
it
I
feel
don't
like
know.
that?
But I mean, I think their priority at first when they started dropping the episode was the book fans because they didn't have an audience. Like all
Yeah.
they had were us. And now that
You only had us.
and now that the show has grown in popularity, I think they feel more confident in making new stuff
Hmm.
that aren't from the books. But it's like, no, girl. Even the show fans want stuff from the books because thanks to the show, they started reading the books. So there are so many new book fans that started the books thanks to the show. So it's disappointed that they are like disregarding the books a little too much.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get it to a point. So, okay, here's the thing is that season 1 and 2, I gave a lot of leeway to stuff that they added in that is not in the books because they were originally planning just one season for Interview,
Hmm.
but then they had to split it because of COVID. So I was like, okay, well, if you're gonna just do half of Interview with the Vampire, like that's not a lot of material to work with. So I get that they were like, okay, we gotta like do our own thing. They don't have that excuse anymore. Like you don't
Absolutely
have that
not.
excuse. Like they
Actually,
did.
they
They did. Yeah.
yeah, they need to actually focus more on the book because they have only one season to adapt a book that is bigger than Interview with the Vampire because the Vampire Lestat is like twice as large than Interview because Interview has like 250 pages and the Vampire
Yeah.
Lestat has almost 700 pages. So they need to
Yeah.
focus more on what's happening in the books than about the plots they are bringing in. Like what is that about the Great Conversion? I've never understood that. Is it related to Akasha? Is it related to
I
making new
don't
vampires?
know.
It's so
I don't
weird.
know. I was trying to figure that out, and Gabrielle mentioned also being a part of it. And I remember in season 1 that there was somebody in the Amazon related to it, and then I was thinking that maybe that's Gabrielle, and now I'm like, oh crap, maybe that actually was Gabrielle. Because she's like, oh, he'll be great for the conversion, and then Lestat's
Yeah.
like, not. I'm like, Lestat, dude.
What is that? Like they mentioned it in season one, and I'm still so lost. I
I
have
mean,
no idea what is that about.
it, it sounds like they're just making vampires at like an expedited rate,
Yeah.
but they're not like I don't know. I'm not really that invested in the great conversion stuff, really. As long as it means that Akasha is going to wake up. But I guess you know what? It might be because Akasha is not going to wake up from the music anymore. And instead, it's
No,
going to be.
she has to wake up from the music because in the teaser, in the trailer, the final shot is Akasha like tapping his hand to like a rhythmic music. So I think she has
She's doing
to
a little dance.
yeah,
She's
her
doing a
hand
little
is
dance.
doing like
She's
this
not.
on yeah, yeah. You need to check it out. And I mean maybe because in the book she's also like killing vampires and burning them out because they're like overpopulation of vampires. So I think
Mhm.
it's going to be similar to the books. Like she awakes from the music, but she also has other reasons to just start her big plan.
VGTF says Gabriella is drinking the Great Conversion Kool. Sure. I don't know. And Candy Scup, they're trying to make it current and relevant to the times. I mean, I feel like it's pretty current and relevant to the times. I like that they're still going with the matriarchy stuff. I'm happy
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, absolutely.
That they're not even hiding that. They're like, oh yeah, Lestat's like, yeah, I was part of a plot that was supposed to kill all men. I'm like, yay!
Let's go. Although I do have the feeling that Akasha will be like a turf. I don't know. I don't think she will be like trans rights. I doubt that very much. I love Akasha, but I think that would be her biggest red flag. Like she's not trans inclusive.
I've never ever. I didn't think I would ever hear those words in my life. Is I think Akasha's a turd.
Oh my god. I think she would get along with you know who from a Universal franchise about some wizards. So yeah.
I never envisioning Akasha being like that. But I mean, I
She
can't
I think
dispute it. I can't
I,
dispute it. I don't
yeah,
know.
because Akasha like I think everyone has the tendency to romanticize Akasha because she wants to
Oh, for
kill
sure.
all the men and all of that. But Akasha is vicious. I mean, what she did to the twins
So
was
she's
atrocious, and
it's
she's like
horrible.
a bit of a hypocrite because she awakens and she's like, I'm tired of all the men doing all of this. We women need to take over the world. But she was like part of that patriarchy. She had the twins, go
And
through
she,
horrible things. So it's like,
yeah,
I mean, when you had the power, when you were ruling your kingdom, you were the same as the men you are like complaining about. So she's a bit of a hypocrite to me. Um,
yeah.
that's why I do love
Oh,
her. But
she's just, yeah, no, she's definitely a hypocrite. Otherwise, there would be no reason to, kill her because,
yeah,
causing issues. No, like yeah, what she does to the twins is extremely patriarchal of her, and
absolutely,
it's
absolutely.
horrible. Ooh, I do hope. Okay, how do you say the Kaiman? Is it Kaiman or Cayman? Because I always say Kaiman.
I say Kaiman as well.
Okay, so that's another character I really look forward to seeing.
Yeah,
I,
he's
I want to
cool.
see,
What was his
yeah.
name? Like Eric the Vampire? What was the name he had for the Talamasca? He had like a pseudonym for the Talamasca, but I don't remember which one was it.
Oh, I don't remember. Was it
But it was
Stuart Townsend?
but it was a cool name. Like he had to trick the Talamasca, and he had like a whole legend for this name. It was pretty cool. He's
You did the entire like pamphlet thing for all the characters, so you would know those. Like that would drive me nuts, dude. Like there's too
it was
many dang
insane. It was
characters.
insane. Yeah,
All
it
I
was
know
insane.
all I know is I like Eric and Thorn and is it Eric and Thorn that hang out together? Yes, I think. Yeah.
Wasn't it Cyril? Wasn't it Cyril with Thorn? Like Cyril
Cyril?
and Thorn? See, like they were like Lestat's bodyguards. I think it was
Yes. Oh, and Mayel too. I like to
Mael,
see
yeah.
Mayel.
Oh, I do
Um,
like the rivalry between Mael and Marius. Like it's just like
yes, I love that
two
scene.
old
Yeah,
men bickering. It's so funny.
yes. Inkel. I know we keep forgetting about Inkel. Is it?
Yeah.
I say Inkel. Does anybody else say Inkel?
I
Inkel.
say Enkill, but I think that is just a Spanish pronunciation for it. But I think Enkill makes more sense in English.
Yeah. Yeah. I know we keep talking about Akasha, and we don't. I don't think we don't think Inkel's
I
been
mean,
cast.
when you have Akasha, who cares about Enkill, honestly? He's
He he dies like right away.
he's so irrelevant. I'm like, I never care about Enkill, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I don't have any other beautifuls. I don't have any more. Do you have anything else you want to go
Hmm,
into?
let me check. Choo, 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 choo. No, I think we've covered everything I wanted to talk about.
All right.
Well, I mean,
Well,
there was the Twilight reference that was cool when Soft Cookie asked, like, do you guys play baseball like in Twilight? That was so
that was
funny.
really fun. I The humor in this show has always been so dang good.
You know,
My
after
gosh.
rewatching episode one like 15 times throughout this week, I got a joke that I didn't like understood before. That
Hmm.
is Daniel saying, I'm going to be slapping Chris Rock on the face and taking my Oscar back to home. And I was like, oh my God, he didn't just say that. It was so funny. I was like, why it took me so long to understand this joke? Oh, Jesus. I love Daniel.
The
Daniel's
humor
joke.
is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, there was another. Okay, I don't know if this is beautiful or unwell, and I don't know. But for me, I don't like how much focus we have on the band. Like, I don't really care about them. To
Yeah.
me,
I mean, I actually feel um, yeah, like why are they so relevant now? And I am intrigued about Alex. Will he return? Will he not return? I don't know if he's going to cause some sort of catastrophe. But yeah, they were not as relevant in the books. I mean, Salamander in
yeah,
the books was just a groupie that was fucking with, I don't know, Alex or Larry. I don't remember which one. But
yeah.
they have like, I think they did the same last what they did with the Teatro de Vampires. Like
Hmm.
in the books, the only relevant characters were Santiago, Celeste, and Stell. And then in the
Yeah.
show, they gave us like a whole cover with different backgrounds, different names. So I think they did the same thing for the band.
Yeah. When Christine said mother ever and Lestat said not anymore, we have a pact. Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm just understanding that right now. We have a
There's a
fun.
lot of really there's a lot of really
Oh
quick
my
lines.
god! Poor Lestat. Oh
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's a lot of really quick lines that we missed. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like I feel like I'm being forced into being invested into the dynamics of the band, and I'm just really not, guys. I don't care if Alex comes back. I don't care about Larry unless I find another edit of Larry Stat is getting
Yeah.
popular
I
just
mean,
because it's funny.
I did like the interaction of Lestat with the band in this episode because remember I told you that for me in the books, the band was, or the band were like the children of Lestat. He treated them like his
Yeah.
children. He was like so gracious to them. And I did like how he talked to them about he being a vampire and the way he just understood why they were freaked out. I think I like that part in this episode.
Yeah, I think I like it. I feel like it's just it's getting too much. Like it's like
Yeah,
okay,
I agree.
having a little bit here and there. I just again, I think it's just selfishness. I'm just like I don't care that it's a TV show.
Yeah.
I want to get to my book. Like get to the freaking
I
book.
I get it. We're dying of
Yeah. We
anxiety because
we haven't gotten to Lelio. Like I don't even know if we will at this point. Like
oh, I hope they are because Lestat just went into a rage when he read that our man portrayed him as a Harlequin. He was like, "No,
mhm.
I was not that." So he needs to show us if he was not a Harlequin, what was,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
the way, before we wrap up, another thing I found beautiful was the willful ignorance quote. You know, Lestat uses that in the book all the time. He always like,
Mm.
oh yeah, because you humans and your willful ignorance. And when Lestat said that in the episode, it was like that Leonardo
Oh,
DiCaprio meme when he's like pointing to the screen.
yeah.
Yes, yes, I know that quote.
That one.
I did like that a lot.
Yeah,
The willful ignorance.
I like it when they pull like random quotes that they flow so well that I have to think about like if it's actually from the books or if it's their own words. There's a line in season 2 of like Armand being described as a boy wearing like men's a grown man's clothes,
Clothes.
and
Yeah,
we all thought that that was a line from the books, and it's not. And I'm
yeah.
like, but it just flowed so well. It just seems so they're able to like capture her language really well sometimes, except for
Sometimes.
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 Sometimes they can capture her language really, really well, unless it's like
Yeah.
Lestat being like, remember kids, don't kiss your mom.
Oh
All
my
right,
god.
all right.
Well,
I think that's gonna wrap it up for me.
yeah.
Remember kids, don't kiss your mom.
Not in the mouth, at least.
I will see you all next week. Have a good
Let's
night.
prepare ourselves because it's sneaky time next week.
Nikki time. Hopefully Nikki
Yeah.
time. Yeah. Good
Bye. See you
night.
there.
Bye.